Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you all this afternoon. About 30 years ago, I was a young constable who was working across the road at the Russell Street Police Complex. I was part of an army of police fighting the war on drugs. At that time, it was about 10 years after that Richard Nixon in America had declared total war against drug abuse, and Australia, like many other countries in the world, adopted a war on drugs approach towards dealing with drug issues. Since that time, the drug war has escalated. You only have to look at today's newspapers to see the impact of the drug war. More criminals, more corrupt police, and greater danger for the community. Yet today, drugs are cheaper, more accessible, and purer. So where has this got us? In my opinion, it's got us absolutely nowhere. In fact, we're going backwards at a very steady pace. No matter what angle you look at it, the evidence is unequivocal. The drug war and drug prohibition have failed. Yet we continue to pump more and more money into the criminal justice system, hoping to win an unwinnable war. And by doing so, we have created an industry that has that has created a feeding frenzy for more resources and more powers. In the meantime, the international networks of criminal gangs running the drug trade have become more powerful, more sophisticated, and more ruthless. The illicit drug trade is violent and uncompromising. Yet, just recently in this state, a politician's house was shot at. Not far from here, only a few blocks that way, there was a bloody war fought over control of the amphetamine market. And we often hear of innocent bystanders being hit by stray bullets fired by criminals over illicit drug turf wars. Albert Einstein is quoted as saying that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get different results. We have known for over 100 years that drug prohibition does not work. We found that out with alcohol prohibition in the United States during the 1920s. Yet we continue to spend billions of dollars worldwide on a failed policy of drug prohibition. Prohibition hasn't stopped people using drugs. 1/3 of the population have tried marijuana. Even some politicians have admitted that they have used it and inhaled. Yet they preside over drug laws that are hypocritical, discriminatory, and in many cases a blatant disregard for human rights. Yet if you challenge the current system, you are immediately condemned by those who have taken the more moral high ground and are labelled pro-drug use, unless, of course, you are anti-drug use. Neither stand is helpful in this debate. So, what does LEAP want? And as Greg said, I am the Secretary of Law Enforcement Against Prohibition, a worldwide organisation made up of thousands of police who believe that the war on drugs has failed. Well, we'd like to see, firstly, evidence-informed policies. That would be a good start. Such policies would be the expansion of harm reduction programs, especially, we believe, a long overdue prescribing of heroin. We want to see the channeling of funds currently allocated to the criminal justice system put towards health-based responses. But above all, we want the removal of laws prohibiting personal use and possession of drugs, particularly ecstasy and marijuana, two drugs consumed daily by thousands of people with very few harmful consequences. LEAP therefore welcomes the formation of Drug Law Reform Australia, and we believe the move of this debate into the political arena is well overdue. Thank you.